Here you are, my inquisitive friends, hungry for chaos, eager for truth, and longing to understand. Welcome to Momentum Surge, why those who dared to probe into your depths couldn't survive what they discovered. Have you ever witnessed someone break? Not like glass shattering under pressure, but like a mind silently fracturing? It's not the sound that terrifies, it's the quiet that follows. That's what happened to them, the ones who dared to dig into your shadows. They thought they were clever, invulnerable, with their notebooks, files, and the false sense of control they carried. We'll expose you, they proclaimed, but they failed to realize this. Some doors shouldn't be opened. Some truths are too dangerous to uncover, and some people, like you, are amazed that even the boldest minds can't escape. You didn't hide. No, that's the beauty of it. You left clues, didn't you? A trail enticing enough to draw them in. And like moths to a flame, they couldn't resist. The deeper they went, the closer they got, the more they unraveled. Not just facts, but themselves. It wasn't what they found that destroyed them, but the effect it had on them. You weren't the monster they imagined. No, you were far worse. You mirrored everything they feared about themselves. They sought a villain, only to face a reflection. And that broke them. How can you fight someone who doesn't just expose your flaws, but magnifies them? You didn't need to strike a blow. Their obsession with you led to their own ruin. Their minds turned on them. Their lives fell apart, and all you had to do was exist. Let's talk about that moment of discovery, shall we? The one that shattered them. Was it the realization that you survived what no one else could? That the wounds they thought would weaken you became your shield? Or was it the way you didn't just survive, but transformed? You rose from the ashes they tried to bury you in, and in doing so, you made them feel small, insignificant. Because nothing strikes fear into a fragile ego more than watching someone turn suffering into strength. But here's the twist. It wasn't just envy, it was guilt. Oh yes, they saw the role they played in your story. The lies they told, the betrayals they justified, the daggers they sank into your back. All of it. They thought they could erase you, rewrite your story, make you vanish. But you didn't just survive. You became a force of nature, unstoppable, so immense that they couldn't bear to face you. Do you recall the moment they crumbled? That exquisite second when they realized they weren't studying you. They were dissecting themselves. You became their obsession, their nightmare, and ultimately, their undoing. You were the hunter, and they, the prey, unaware that the hunt had begun. And now, what's left of them is a hollow, quaking shell who can't sleep, think, or breathe without your memory choking them. You didn't destroy them. You let them ruin themselves. Because truth isn't a weapon you use. It's a mirror you hold up. And when they gazed into it, they didn't see you. They saw the monsters they had become. Their sins, their hidden fears, their buried weaknesses. You aren't the villain in their tale. No, you're the consequence, the reckoning, the shadow they ignored until it consumed them. And now, they're left broken, unrecognizable, while you stand tall, unbothered and stronger. Because revenge doesn't need to be chased, it chases them. Let them whisper your name in terror. Let them warn others not to dig too deep. For you've proven that truth is not only dangerous, it's devastating. And you aren't just truth. You're destruction incarnate. Keep this in mind, my friends. Some will spend their lives attempting to unearth you, tear tear you apart. But the beauty of being unshakable is that their efforts only reveal their own flaws. So let them dig, let them fall. And when they're lying in the ruins of their arrogance, don't offer them a hand. Just smile. Smile because you never had to fight back. You let the truth do the work for you. Now go. Be the storm they'll never forget. And remember, what they learned about you isn't your burden to carry. It's their curse to endure. Once they've shattered, once their world has crumbled, the real terror begins. The pieces of their mind, the fragments of their sanity, can never be put together again. No apology, no explanation can fix what's broken inside them. They thought they were playing a simple game, didn't they? An easy investigation, a little digging. But you were never the subject. They were, in trying to uncover you. They've unearthed the darkest parts of their own souls. What's left of them? A person haunted by their reflection. A person who, when they close their eyes, sees you. Not as the monster they wanted to expose, but as the truth they've been running from. They can't escape it. It follows them. It gnaws at their thoughts, tearing apart the reality they've so carefully constructed. They wanted to see you fall. They wanted to uncover the monster they thought they could control. But they were never ready for what they found. They weren't ready for you. You never had to do a thing. You never had to raise a finger. The damage was done the moment they decided to look too closely. The moment they crossed the line and ventured where they had no business. And now they live among the ruins of their own arrogance, scrambling to reconstruct a shattered mind. They don't even know who they are anymore. And the worst part? They never will. Because when you break someone like that, when you tear them down so completely, there's no rebuilding, no recovery, no return to normal. As much as they may try to piece themselves back together, they'll never be the same. Not in the way they were, not in the way they imagined. They're gone. But you endure. You are the nightmare they can never escape. The truth they can't outrun. And the more they try to forget, the deeper it sinks in. They'll search for answers, sure. They'll turn over every stone, peer into every shadow, trying to fix what they've uncovered. But there's no fixing it. You can't put Humpty Dumpty back together once he's shattered beyond recognition. And you, my friend, are the wrecking ball. The unstoppable force that left them broken, crawling through the wreckage they created. Let them wallow in guilt. Let them rationalize it. Let them convince themselves it was all a mistake. Because deep down, they know the truth. They know they've crossed a line they can never uncross. They know that what they discovered about you has destroyed them. And there's no coming back from that. You didn't destroy them. Oh no, they did that themselves. They dug too deep, and now they must live with the consequences. And the best part? You'll be there, watching from the shadows as they fall apart. You'll be the reminder they can't shake, the truth they can't outrun. So when they see you, standing tall, unshaken by their attempts to bring you down, they'll know. They'll know they've lost. They'll know they've unleashed something far worse than they ever imagined. They'll know that what they learned about you was the one thing they should never have uncovered. And you'll smile. You'll smile because you never needed to chase revenge. You never needed to strike back. No. You let them destroy themselves. You let them reveal their own weaknesses, their own fears. You didn't lift a finger. You just let them dig. And now they're buried beneath the weight of their own curiosity, their own ignorance. The best part? They'll never be the same. you'll always be the reason why. What they learned about you wasn't just the truth. It was their undoing. And that, my friends, is the kind of power you won't find in any weapon, fight, or battle. No, the real power is in the truth you wield and the way it makes them crumble. So remember this, darling. Sometimes the greatest destruction doesn't come from your hands. It comes from their own actions. And when they dig too deep, they'll find that the grave they're digging is their own. Keep watching. Keep waiting. Keep smiling. Because in the end, those who think they can expose you will always be